students, we were discussing about the types of intermolecular forces. In the last lecture, we have seen the first type of intermolecular force, that is the dipole-dipole interaction. Now, in that lecture, I have asked you 3 questions. I hope you may have written the answers of that questions in your notebook. Now today we will discuss the second type of intermolecular forces, that is ion dipole interaction or ion dipole forces. Second type. Ion dipole forces or ion dipole interactions. Here again, as the name indicates, this interaction will be the interaction between ion and a polar molecule. We know that a polar molecule possesses 2 poles, means it is having a dipole moment. Now again you know that the ions are of 2 types, cations which are having a positive charge and the anions which are having a negative charge. Now when such ions are coming in contact with the polar molecules, we know that again the polar molecule is having a permanent dipole moment and it has 2 poles, one end is a positive end and the other one is a negative end. Okay, when the ion is neighboring with such polar molecule, then the interaction or the electrostatic force of attraction arises between them, and that interaction is called as ion dipole interaction. But again, see here, when such ions are in close contact with the polar molecules, these polar molecules align themselves in such a manner that the opposite poles are attracted towards the respective ion. Now here, this ion is a cation, it is having a positive charge, and therefore this positive charge will attract the negative pole of this polar molecule. So the attraction will be created between a positively charged ion and the negative pole of that dipolar molecule. Okay. So this polar molecule will align in this manner. Here the negative end is attracted towards the cation. Similarly, in case of anion, what will happen? This anion will attract the positive pole of the polar molecule. Here again the electrostatic force of attraction will be created between them, and that force of attraction between them is nothing but the ion dipole force or the ion dipole interaction. So how will you define the ion dipole interaction? The electrostatic attraction between an ion and the polar molecule with the charges, with the opposite charges of that polar molecule is called as ion dipole interaction. The electrostatic force of attraction between an ion and the partial charges on a polar molecule is called as ion dipole interaction. Now this interaction is common in the aqueous solutions. If you see the examples, generally you have to take the aqueous solutions of salts. You can take any inorganic salt like NaCl, KCl, CuSO4, etc. When you take their aqueous solutions, what is meant by aqueous solutions? When such salts are dissolved in water, aqua means water. So when they are dissolved in water, you will get the aqueous solutions of salts. Then the interaction arises between the ions of that salt and water. That will be again the ion dipole interaction. Now I will take the example, simple example, that is aqueous solution of NaCl. Aqueous solution of sodium chloride. We know that sodium chloride is a salt and it is in solid state. When sodium chloride is dissolved in water, what happens? There is a separation of Na plus and Cl minus ions, and these Na plus and Cl minus ions are getting hydrated. Means in the solution we are getting aqueous or hydrated Na plus ions and hydrated Cl minus ions. What is meant by hydration? We will see here. When such Na plus and Cl minus ions are formed by dissolution of NaCl in water, here both the ions are getting surrounded by the corresponding water molecules. Now let's see. Here I will take Na plus ion. Now this Na plus ion is getting surrounded by the water molecules. And how the water molecules align? Already I have told you that the opposite poles of the given solvent, here water is a solvent, suppose this is a water molecule, then since here positively charged cation is present, you will observe that the negative pole of water will attract towards this Na plus ion. Now again, if you see the structure of water molecule, in the previous lecture I have shown you how the two poles are created, how the dipole moment is created in water molecule. In this molecule, oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen, and therefore oxygen acquires slight negative charge, while the less electronegative hydrogen atoms are acquiring slight positive charge. Partial negative charge is created on oxygen and partial positive charges are created on these hydrogen atoms. And therefore, here the negative pole is towards oxygen and the positive pole of water molecule is towards hydrogen. And thus, how these water molecules are surrounding the Na plus ions. Let's see. Here the negative pole, that is oxygen, is attracted towards this Na plus ion. Okay. This negative pole of another water molecule is again attracted towards this Na plus ion. Similarly, here the third molecule of water is also surrounding to this cation. Fourth molecule of water is surrounding. In this manner, you will observe total 6 number of water molecules which are surrounding to this Na plus ion. Here, in each case, every oxygen atom carries partial negative charge and every hydrogen atom carries partial positive charge. In this manner, Na plus ion is surrounded by 6 water molecules. This process where the ion is surrounded by water molecules is called as a hydration process. So, this is the hydrated Na plus ion. Okay. This ion is now named as hydrated Na plus ion because it is surrounded by water molecules. Similarly, this Cl minus ion will also be surrounded by the water molecules. Again it gets surrounded by 6 water molecules. But here, how the water molecules surround it? Let us see. Here, since the chloride ion is having a negative charge, the positive ends of the water molecule, that is the hydrogen atoms, will attract towards this Cl minus ion, and the interaction will arise between them in this manner. 1, 2, third water molecule, fourth water molecule, sorry. Here if we have to show the positive poles, fifth water molecule, next sixth water molecule. In this way again the Cl minus ion, chloride ion, is also surrounded by 6 number of water molecules. So now this ion is named as hydrated Cl minus ion, and this process is called as a hydration process. And these forces of attraction, which are electrostatic forces of attraction between the ion and the polar molecule with their opposite charges, that is called as the ion dipole force, okay, or ion dipole interaction. Now here I have taken water as a solvent, and that's why this process has been named as a hydration process. If you take the solvents other than water, like methanol, ethanol or ammonia, then that process is called as a solvation process. This process is not given in our textbook, and it is not necessary to study that process in detail. Simply we must know the hydration process of the cations or anions. Okay. Now let's see the factors affecting the strength of these ion dipole forces. Factors affecting ion dipole forces or ion dipole interactions. There are two important factors. The first one, that is charge and size of ion, and the second one, that is the magnitude of dipole of the polar molecule, magnitude of dipole moment of the polar molecule. Now see the first factor, charge and size of ion. Now here we know that this is the interaction between ion and the polar molecule, right? Either cation or anion. Okay. So obviously if the charge on this ion is more, what will happen? The force of attraction between this ion and the polar molecule will be more. See the example so that you will get the clear idea. If I take here Na plus ion, then Mg2 plus ion, third ion is Al3 plus, and the fourth one is silicon 4 plus ion. Now you will observe that out of these 4 ions, silicon is having a more positive charge, while Na plus is having a small positive charge. So which ion will attract the negative pole of the water or any other solvent? Obviously that ion which carries a more charge. So we will say that more the charge on ion, more will be the strength of iron dipole force. More is the iron dipole force. Okay. Again, let's see one more example. Here I will take the example of oxide ion and fluoride ion. Which ion will show more magnitude of iron dipole force? Again, you will say that oxide ion will show this more magnitude of iron dipole force because oxygen is having more negative charge. Okay. Now let's see the next factor, that is size of ion. If the size of ion is small, then that smaller ion will get surrounded by large number of solvent molecules or the polar molecules, and therefore here again you can say that smaller the ion, smaller the size of ion, more is the strength of iron dipole force. We know that, again I will take this example here, Na plus, Mg2 plus, Al3 plus and silicon plus 4. All these are the isoelectronic species. What are isoelectronic species? These are the ions of different elements which are having same number of electrons. The sodium is having atomic number 11, but since it has created one positive charge on it, here there will be 10 electrons. Similarly, magnesium, though its atomic number is 12, 2 electrons are removed, so it is having again 10 electrons. Similarly, in case of aluminium and silicon, there is a presence of 10 electrons. So these are the isoelectronic species, but their charge has been increased. They are having same number of electrons, but they are showing increase in their positive charge, and therefore the force of attraction between the nucleus and outermost electrons increases, and therefore their size will decrease. The size order will be like this for these ions. Let's see. It will go on decreasing from Na plus to Si plus 4, and therefore what will happen? The strength of this is a size order, ionic radius or ionic size order, and the strength of dipole-dipole interaction order will be like this. Okay, it will go again on increasing due to decrease in ionic radius or decrease in ionic size. So these factors are important. Now let's see the third factor, that is the magnitude of dipole moment. Obviously, if the polar molecule is having a higher magnitude of the dipole moment, then it will get attracted more towards that ion. So greater the magnitude of dipole moment, greater will be the strength of iron dipole forces. In this manner, here in today's lecture we have studied the second type, that is iron dipole interaction. Now see how the question is asked in our exam. Here simple questions may be asked either for 2 marks or for 1 mark. For 2 marks, how the question is asked? Again, explain iron dipole forces or explain iron dipole interactions with suitable examples. And in MCQ type of questions, how the simple questions are asked? Let's see. During the process of hydration of NaCl, Na plus and Cl minus ions will get surrounded by how many water molecules? See, again I will repeat the question. The number of water molecules, surrounding Na plus and Cl minus ions in hydrated NaCl is, the options will be 2, suppose 4, 6 and 8. How many water molecules are surrounding each Na plus and Cl minus ion? The answer is 6. Again, the second MCQ type question will be asked like this. Which one of the following shows strong, let's see, which one of the following shows strong ion dipole interaction? Options are Na plus, second, Mg2 plus, third one, An3 plus, and the fourth one, that is silicon 4 plus. Obviously your answer is Si plus 4, or the options may be changed. Sometimes they may give the cations and anions like this. Na plus, Cl minus, suppose here they give Mg2 plus, and the next one, suppose they give O2 minus. So which ion will show strong intermolecular interaction? Greater the magnitude of charge. Instead of here O2 minus, I will take the option as F minus. So which ion will show more magnitude of the ion dipole interaction? Obviously this one. So though the options are changed, you have to give the correct answer. Okay, I will stop here. In the next lecture we will see the third type of intermolecular forces. Thank you.